Some of you know that this thing is called Andy's Club, and this is Andy. And,
Hi, Andy.
Okay, I'm reviewing this. Can you just start that again?
Sure. Some of you know that this thing is called Andy's Club, and that is Andy over there. Now, I played Barleycorn October last year.
Somewhere around there.
And I met this fascinating fellow at the Barleycorn who was 20 years younger than the average age.
That's why he likes you.
He had some life in him, and he reached out the next day or day after and said, let's have some coffee or something stronger. But we started with coffee at Salt and Sage, funny enough, which is like my stomping ground. And I think we connected quickly.
Yep, we certainly did, even before that.
We have a vision around music, and today is a beautiful start, just a little drop in the ocean of what this is going to become in the months to come. And I think he is slightly embarrassed that it's called Andy's Club, because it shines a spotlight on him. However, I've noticed one thing about this man immediately, which is that he is the brains of the operation. I'm the executive arm, I make things happen. And Andy is the brains, and I think in months to come, we're going to see this guy just grow this beyond. With Joy, our marketing manager.
That's me.
And come inside, Daniel. This is Daniel.
But,
I'm adopting you, by the way.
I think that Andy's Club is going to become massive.
Yeah. I think so too.
Then we went to a place called the Royal Oak. There wasn't coffee, there was time, there was beer. And that was an even better meeting. Andy, I love you.
Thank you.
And we're looking forward to your set.
So, thanks, Matt. I am actually rather embarrassed that Matt's decided to call it Andy's Club. I think it's very sweet of him, but if anybody can come up with an alternative name that I find less embarrassing, I'd be very pleased to hear it. But for now, if that's what it takes. The concept was Matt and Jasper have both been on the Barleycorn Music Club Committee, and I'm currently on the Barleycorn Committee. For those of you who don't know the Barleycorn, I think probably everybody here does actually, but for those who don't, it's very much southern suburbs based. Yeah, maybe else. The Barleycorn is very much southern suburbs based, and it has a certain long history and culture. And I felt, after I've been in it for a while, much as Matt did a few years ago, that there's something like it missing in this area, if that's the way to put it. So we had this idea of a table view music club, for want of a better term. That's really where it started. So what it's called isn't too important, as long as it's got something that's got an identity. I had an alternative name at first, but that was just to get it going, which we decided not to use. Since you're probably going to ask, it was Wild Oats.
Wild Oats.
And we decided not to use it.
I said no.
No,
Right.
I agree with you.
Joy agreed.
I agree with you.
But it's fine, it wasn't a serious
What is a G-string?
suggestion.
Just the one that breaks.
Joy's
I'll take that personally.
Joy's also had a couple of interestingly creative ideas. But the point is, we wanted to make a community of people who live in this area, so you don't have to travel too far. I mean, one or two exceptions perhaps, but
You'll come because you like
that was the idea. So the other side of this is, just so you know, I don't want to talk for too long because the idea is to play some music. Most of this is very new to me, and for those youngsters who were born after 1980, some of us were already studying and working by that point. So, I've kind of come back into music more recently, and I had the good fortune to meet a guy called Clive Ridgway 3 years ago. Clive and his wife Elaine run something called the Cape Town School of Songwriting, which for me was a turning point because I did a couple of their courses, and it introduced me to the idea of writing songs.